Many of our members, they come in and they train, they come in and they train, they come in and they train, but they never get a chance to put those skills to the test. So I said, let's give them game day. So we put together this whole program designed to give them that game day feeling. That's how Mud Stash came to be.
275 Anytime Fitness members of every shape and size took part last spring in an event they'll never forget.
You know, it's not about finishing first or how fast you finish. It's just, you know, we're here to help you. Let's do something that you've never done.
Among those who braved the 3-mile obstacle course was Roy Davis.
I came here and told them exactly that I had missing limbs and I have missing fingers, and they was more excited to get me in than I was to start. So that was a big sign right there that actually this is where I need to be.
Roy joined Anytime Fitness in West Carrollton, Ohio last February.
He recently went to a different facility. They told him he's probably not the best candidate for a member, so they discouraged him from signing up because he required too much help.
Mud Stash, Roy, 2 more. John actually brought him over to me, and he's like, you know, Roy has, you know, no legs and no fingertips. How can you help him? I was like, okay, boom. And we rock and rolled, you know. Any water?
Not yet.
No? Go back to ropes?
Now I need water.
Yeah.
We found different ways to actually use different stuff.
Perfect.
And different methods.
Yep.
If I couldn't do it, he would find a way to actually do it. And it was great.
He doesn't need a break.
Roy's incredible journey began several months before he joined Anytime Fitness, when he suddenly lapsed into a coma.
He was dying.
A rare flesh-eating disease attacked Roy's body.
And they said, if we don't take his feet off, he's gonna die. That's all to it.
The coma lasted nearly 3 months.
So when I finally woke up, when I was hungry, I see this. My feet is gone.
And then I just went on close to him, you know, and I told him, I said, honey, they took your feet off. Then he just turned his head, he looked away, and then he turned back and he looked at me and he said, what's next? He was so thankful that God, you know, I'm sorry. He was so thankful that God saved his life. He wasn't gonna complain about anything.
1 month later, doctors removed all 10 of Roy's fingertips.
This hurts a lot. By me doing as much as a leg press and doing that and actually working on his leg, it actually takes some of the pain away.
After just a few weeks at Anytime Fitness, Adam started talking to Roy about participating in Mud Stash.
Yeah, I was scared. I was terrified.
And he's like, man, my prosthetics are too much. I don't want to damage them.
I was just coming up with all types of excuses, but he just kept talking me into it, like, you gotta do it.
The only plan they had was that Adam, John Calvert, and trainer Drew Heindel would carry Roy whenever necessary.
He hops on my back for the first time, and for some reason, that was the first time I've ever had him on my back, which is probably not I should have trained a little bit.
For the better part of 4 hours, however, Roy carried his own weight on his hands and knees, crawling.
He was on a mission to prove to his kids that you can have setbacks in life, okay, but these are opportunities.
So I kept telling them that I want to finish something that I started. You work hard, you play hard. That's what I've been trying to teach my kids. If you think there's a roadblock on one way, there's a different way to come around it. And there's always a different way.
More than a few times, things got messy.
I was thinking to myself, don't fall. That's all I kept thinking in my head, do not fall.
He got on my back and I slipped and I was worried for Roy. So I kept my eyes open to make sure he didn't, get hurt. And I just fell straight into the mud and there was just mud everywhere. And I was trying to get my vision back and the rest of the race was just like I don't know where I'm going.
He was dropped. He was dropped 3 times, actually. But he rolled with it.
Nearly every other mudstasher finished ahead of them. But for Roy and his tribe, it was never about finishing first.
We started this thing together, we want to finish it together, and that's how we took on the challenge. So finishing it, the satisfaction of doing it together as a team.
Almost there, brother.
It was the most awesome experience. So just carrying Roy, being a team, listening to Roy, getting to know Roy out in the mud. If we're not carrying him, he's crawling. Over these obstacles, Roy just telling us he's doing it for his kids. He's motivating us. And just when we're thinking our backs are starting to hurt, we think of Roy.
They said he can't do it. Don't believe it. I did it without my legs.
I was more happy after those 4 hours than I've ever been, even with those conditions. So it's pretty cool.
As for Roy, he offers others just one simple piece of advice.
Never give up.